Whether you're just starting out or well on your way as a professional writer, director, actor, or editor, I'd love to hear about the challenges that you're facing. I'm here to help. Learn from the mistakes that I've made. Let's locate your unique voice and bring it to the screen. These are my adventures in cinema, and I hope you enjoy them. So I've been told that I have a beach, I have a man and a dog, and I have to write a scene. Okay, here goes. Not rehearsed at all, okay? First time. On the lip of the cliff that you see behind me, I don't know if the frame is that big, it's a sharp cliff, comes a parting of the bushes and clearly a person hurtling down as fast as the legs can carry. This man arrives right here behind me and bursts onto an empty beach, dressed in full chain armor and metal plated warrior from the 16th century, Portuguese. Bloody face, cut, heads straight into the sea and ducks behind the biggest rock that he can find. Moments later, the entire lip of this cliff is lined by an emerging line of spears, which you just see the top of the spears glinting off the sun. And they arrive and they start lining up one by one. Almost 200 people carrying spears. 200 pairs of eyes glancing this tiny little stretch of beach to look at where their quarry, their prey has gone. And then one by one a line of these spears comes close to the beach. Just at that point, a dog appears and starts barking. The spears stop and stare at the dog to see where the dog is looking. The dog is looking at the rock where this man has just ducked behind it. We've just seen. We cut to behind the rock and over the shoulder of this, what the man can see. And as the camera comes above the rock like this, he sees this entire situation. Barking dog on right of camera and a line of native, as in Indian, troops belonging to the Adil Shah dynasty, dressed in Mughal regalia, coming down, hunting. And he looks over his shoulder, past the camera, which is behind him, into the high seas, and there in the speck in the distance he sees the silhouette of a Portuguese man of war, which is a ship, arriving. But the ship is too far, and he is too weighed down by his chain mail. So he starts stripping all his mail off. And as we cut between him stripping and these men coming closer, they first don't know where he is. The dog is looking in a general direction. They are themselves they are confused. But then, as he's stripping, he has to get up because he can't get it off. And then, of course, then he comes into view, and spears are hurled, and they land in the sand all around him. This rain of spears. As this guy, who he hasn't finished taking his chainmail off, he has to run into the sea. And he knows that probably these guys will not follow him into the sea, but we as an audience don't know that yet. We need to find that out, and we'll do that through shot taking. Mind you, till now not a word has been spoken. The line of the Adil Shah has reached the head of the beach, and they are firing on him with spears. Some of them wade into the sea with the muslin of their Mughal dresses getting wet, and their legs you can see underneath the muslin as the stringy, sinewy legs push their way into this ocean. This man is getting dragged down further and further, till Portuguese man of war is coming closer and closer, and you see now in the distance a small boat has left the Portuguese man of war. And then you see a flash. And moments later, almost half a minute later, boom, an explosion. Portuguese man of war started firing its cannons to disperse the Adil Shahis standing upon the cliff. And as the Adil Shahis retreat, cannon fire lands on all the sides. But still, a dedicated 10 people are still chasing this man. They all take off their armor and they're chasing this man into the ocean, and he has no chance. He is just sinking like a stone. He's trying to get his chainmail off, but it's not happening. And slowly, as the Portuguese man of war tries to give him cover fire, there are two muskets which are on the ship, on the little boat that's coming. And then these muskets start picking off the Adil Shahis. Pak! Tong! Pak! Tong! Another one. And all of this is in shots. And this man gets closer and closer to the boat. And just at the time when the boat is just almost 50 meters further from him, he sinks into the ocean as the sun sinks behind him into a pink twilight.